Now we will solve two problems related to double dimension array. Just have a look at this. A double dimension array, first of all let me tell you, a double dimension array has number of rows and certain number of columns. In case if they have same number of rows and same number of columns, then it can be called a square array, because if we draw that array it will look like a square obviously. Now those of you are doing science, okay, you have already done the chapter matrix, or maybe in class 10 you have done matrix, I'm not very sure. Matrix, as you know, that it's basically deals with the orientation of numbers. So whatever you have done in matrix, that also can be represented like a double dimension array. Fine. So in a matrix also we have rows and columns, and if you have the same number of rows and same number of columns, then we call that matrix as a square matrix, right? In fact, I don't know still now that you have done matrix or not. If you have done, you must be knowing that you can add up two matrices, you can subtract one matrix from the other matrix, you can multiply one matrix with the other matrix. So these all operations we will be able to do with the help of double dimension array and with the list interpretations which we are learning today. If you have not done it, no problem, matrix, you will learn it here. So basically if we have same number of rows and same number of columns in an array, we can call it a square array, or we can say it is representing a square matrix. Okay, similar number of rows and similar number of columns. So we will see two problems related to arrays where we have similar number of rows and columns. Now look at this particular array. Fine. This particular array has 4 rows and 4 columns. Okay. One thing I told you while doing the video 1 and video 2, that whenever we are learning double dimension array, it is always advisable that to deal with the problems you try to draw a diagram and you write down the location number. That really helps. Like what I have done, I know that these are the numbers stored in my double dimension array, but still I wrote their location. Like the location of 2 is 0, 0, location of 1 is 0, 1, location of 3 is 0, 2, location of 4 is 0, 3. Like this I have done the locations for all the elements. Now supposing I want to find out the sum of the diagonal elements, not the sum of all, I want to find out the sum of all the elements which are appearing along the two diagonals. That means I need the sum of 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2, okay, and also separately I want to find out what is the total along this diagonal. So sum 1 you can easily make out 2 to 4, 4, 4, 8 and equal to plus 1, that is this is going to give us 9 and this is going to give us 3 to 5 and 10. That is, this is going to give me 15. So this is what I am going to compute. Two diagonals I will add up separately. That means I will add up all the elements appearing along two different diagonals, but separately I will take the sum. So let's see how we can do it. Now first of all, if I want to sum up all the elements along this diagonal or along this diagonal, that means it will involve these all the numbers which I circled, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. That is your sum 1, and if you want to sum up along this diagonal, the other one, then it will be 0, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1 and 3, 0. So what you have to observe here, look at the pattern of row and column. Like I can imagine this is my row value and this is my column value. So in everything, in every location, you just observe the row and column. Look at this 0, 0. Row has increased, column has increased. Row has increased, column has also increased from this by 1. Row has increased, column has increased. But here what is happening, look at this, the row is increasing from 0 to 1, but the column is decreasing from 3 to 2. 2 to 1 again decreased, the row again increased from 1 to 2. This pattern we have to observe very, very carefully. Now imagine that I have stored this array somewhere here, fine. Now I am writing a small function. Okay, this function name is sum diagonal and h is the only parameter. So h is basically a nested list. It is showing blank because it's a parameter. That means whosoever will call this function some diagonal, it is his job, the caller's job, to provide a value to h, right? Like we saw that whenever if a function has a parameter, if we call that function, then we must pass the value to the parameter. We have learned this rule. So here also I can expect that whosoever will call this function will pass a value to h. What kind of value? This kind of value. Fine. You can write it out, try it out in a complete program also by inputting it this way and then try this code. Now I will add up the elements which are appearing along two diagonals. How did I do that? Look at this. I wrote sum1 equal to sum1 plus. Here I took a loop k, which will obviously go up to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 values of k will be possible. So if k value is 1, 0 here, or 1 here, then this is also going to be 0 or 1. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Look at this. I got 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Similarly, when k value is 1, then I will get here 1 and here I will get 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay. Or if I take k equal to 0, then it will be 0 and 3 minus 0, that is 3. So 0 and 3. So when I am getting 0, 0 here, I am getting here 0 and 3. So look at this, when you got 0, 0, the other end you got 0 and 3. Then k became 1, so you got 1 and 3 minus 1, you got 2. So that is how they are basically generalizing. These two are called, this method is called generalizing all the elements which are falling onto the diagonals or following that particular requirement. So look at this, here by taking a single loop I can access all the elements which are falling along the two diagonals, and then I have printed the values. So what I want to tell you here, that please whenever there will be a complicated kind of situations with double dimensional array, initially just draw these location numbers very quickly, write it down in the rough, and then think which all the numbers you require to print or which all the numbers, which all the elements you need to access, because that will really help you.